Hey guys! So, do you like the glasses? You've seen them in videos. It really doesn't mind to me. You like them off? You like them on? Yeah, I'll take them off for this video. So anyways, this is the part of my channel where I not like to answer questions or update my week, but rather tell you some of my stories, of which I think are hilarious or just plain right stupid. Or maybe just some horrible times. Well, if you're going to get to know me, the first thing you should know is I'm clumsy. Much worse than the Smurf with the same name. I forget things easily, I can't pick things up as well as others, I drop things easily, I'm just an absolute klutz. Now, if you remember Caleb from the last vlog, he's one of those people who, when they see me, will take advantage of those certain things. It was a few weeks ago now, but he asked me to trace a figure 8 on my forehead and to pour salt on it. Yeah. The first thing I was thinking to myself is, where's the pepper? But the second thing I was thinking was, how could I be so stupid to fall for such a simple trick? Now, this guy I've known for years, and he's the only person that I know of so far that can both piss me off and make me laugh, yes, in the same sentence. The first story I'm going to tell you is actually pretty recent. We were walking up the street talking about some random topic, and then we decided to split off and go our separate ways because I want to go to the R.A.J shop. Call me a cheapskate, but you can find some decent enough beverage and food, amongst other things, for such a reasonable price. The thing is though, when I walked into the store, I had my school backpack on me and that contained a student laptop. I knew if I brought it with me to the checkout that it would have to be searched, and I'm particularly not in the mood for that to happen. So being me, I left it near the entrance door, right next to the flower seats, where everyone could see it. I decided that I wanted to buy a $1 creamy soda, but then I changed my mind halfway to the checkout because I saw apple juice that was 1.8 litres for 25 more cents. Well, I'm a cheapskate. Anyways, I'm finally getting to the checkout, and this woman who could not have been 2 or more years older than me, she asked me if I wanted a bag for all my items. Well, just an apple juice. And I said I already had a bag. So I figured there was no point in really grabbing another bag, so I turned around, but then it disappeared. My spine caught shivers and I started to have a miniature heart attack. I knew the school would kill me if I lost one of their laptops that cost around about $1,000. So I turned back to the lady and I asked if she had seen it. She didn't say a goddamn thing. She only smiled right at me. And I'm thinking, okay, what the hell do I do? I've lost my bag and I've gained a stalker. I turned around and I realised that she wasn't smiling at me. She was smiling at Caleb, who was behind me, holding my bag and just came out from one of the shelves. Now you may be wondering why this was so embarrassing. As soon as I had gotten the drink off the shelf, I actually walked past him on my way to the checkout. I was too tired to see it. But that's only one story. The second story I'm about to tell you is when we went up to the Melbourne camp and Caleb and I, we had to share a room. By luck, Caleb and I were put into the smallest group, but somehow got the larger room of the boys. There were only enough girls who came on the camp to put into one room, which was particularly large, and it was right across the hall from us. We stayed at the Melbourne Discovery because it was close to all the activities we needed to be, and was pretty much like a prison. You're asking me why it's like a prison? It had security cameras that ran for 24 hours a day, as well as one person who would supervise each of the floors once an hour. Anyways, we dropped off our bags and we went into the city for our activity, but when we came back is where shit started to happen. It was around about 7:30 at night, and of course we would all be tired from a big day in the city. We were given keycards because they had special locks on them, and they were a little confusing on the first night. But as soon as we got through and dropped off our bags, the guys that I was with, including Caleb, all had a look at the beds. There must have been about 15 of them, and they decided to mark their territory. But when we looked around, somebody had beaten us to it. The people who had the room last must have been underwear models or something, because what we found was truly disgusting. It was a used waxing strip. It looked like a miniature Chewbacca. I'm serious, who leaves a waxing strip laying on their bed? Some kinky bastard. There were plenty of beds. In fact, there was much too many for us. But we decided that that strip had to go. Of course, I had to be the one to get rid of it because the others wouldn't so much as touch it. Another thing you should know about me is that I would just do things because no one else would do it, or because I'm a rough Aussie and I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I'm pitching this flattened hairball and start walking out of the room, but I should have thought ahead. I was topless when all of this happened, and I figured I could just waltz into the male bathrooms, drop it into the bin, and then walk out because I couldn't see a bin in our room. But I thought what I was doing was relatively smart because this was about the time where all the teachers and all the other students, including the females across from us, had already gone to bed. The time where I thought that this would be possible was about 9:30. Yes, it had been about 2 hours or so since we decided what to do with the waxing strip. And I didn't realise that we were supposed to go to bed at about 10 o'clock. I snuck out of the door and went halfway down the hallway before I realised that Caleb had locked me out. I suddenly realised how stupid I looked. I was topless, holding a waxing strip, and to make matters worse, the girls that were directly across the room which I came from could come out of there at any minute. So I forgot about terminating the waxing strip and ran back to the door. I started yelling to the others, "Let me in, let me in!" But then I realised that the female security guard or supervisor that walked around the floors came straight around the corner and she saw me. Now you must be wondering, why am I still friends with this guy? Well, I guess just no matter what people throw at me, I'm a forgiving person. In other words, I'm a pushover and I need to get a hold of my clutch of a mind. So anyways, that's my story today, guys. Again, I'm so sorry that it has been so long before I post up the video, but I've got a new schedule coming up. Q&A videos I'm going to try and make weekly, where you ask me a question and I answer it however I want. And these new sorts of videos, these life stories if you'd like to call them, they're just like a weekly filler to keep you guys entertained, but if you like them, give in comments, talk about some other topics. I've literally got everything stuffed in this mind of mine, so yeah, just comment it down below. If you want to see when I make a new video, you can always subscribe, or there's links in the description towards Facebook, Twitter and Google+. My name is Rhys, and this video is approved. We'll be giving key cards because... yeah. I mean, come on, who buys flower seeds these days? My spine caught shit. My spoon? My spoon? My spoon caught shivers. Rusty spoon. My spine caught shivers and I had to start...